Well, now that we're getting to know each other a little better, I guess I can get comfortable. Oh, man, I'm so happy Eric walked out. I was gonna tell him to shut his mouth before I put my pussy in it. Oh my God. Sorry, that's for my other job. If anybody wants to buy one of those, they're $200 a piece after the show. I actually am a hooker. I do that locally here in Reading. Full disclaimer, everything I say is genuine, and please don't come back for me later. Or exchange business cards with me, and who knows, I'll employ you at some point. But I slang a little pussy here in Reading. And I'm actually a full-scale sex worker. There's kind of similar to how small business owners have to be on TikTok and Instagram to run their businesses. You have to do those things to sell pussy too. It's no different than any other small business. Definitely, as far as the customers are concerned, I service a lot of jerks, but I suck dick for a living. I'm a full-scale sex worker, actually. I sell pussy. I do OnlyFans. I'm a porn star. The strangest date, people think that all of sex work is just that you're fucking, but that's actually not the case. One of the strangest dates I had, a man who was dressed like Run DMC, full Adidas tracksuit, bucket hat, shell toes, very small Asian man, had me walk around Jack London Square in Oakland with no shoes, and then took me back to my room and licked my feet clean. It's a recession out here, guys. I'm trying to help you out. The biggest dick I've ever seen was on a hunchback dwarf that looked like Stephen Hawking. That motherfucker looked like an arm popping out. But in that, I am a professional in this field. There's a couple things that I want to talk to you guys about tonight. And the first piece of advice that I have is for the men. And we're going to talk about sucking dick. But I want to put this in a context that you understand, because I understand maybe you never did that before, so it's hard for you to grasp what's going on. Fellas, we're going to talk about the gym. So, there's an understanding, right? When you're doing your reps and you're getting your set in, that the lower the resistance is, the more reps you can get in, right? Well, based on this information, I'm gonna need y'all to let the fuck go of my head when I'm sucking your dick. Because every time I'm going like this, it's like a 35-pound weight right on my neck. And I'm trying to give you that longevity, baby. The second piece of advice that I have is for the women. Ladies, it doesn't matter how small it is, you still need to give it a little gag. That's what really gets them going. The thing about being a prostitute is you don't get to pick the clients. And I have a gentleman that I see here a couple of miles up the road. And, you know, once they drop that deposit, I'm coming. You text my phone, you send me a digital deposit, I'm on the way. This is 2024. We have review systems, we need a deposit. This is a real business. I'm not just showing up at your house for free. So I've come to Weed to see this gentleman, right? And there's a lot of women in sex work, they lie. And they say, oh, I never enjoy the sex. But that's not true. There's a physiological response beyond the psychological response where sometimes I'm just getting fucked real good and I can't help it. I like it. In this particular day, I was ovulating, right? So I could see there's some, who gets possessed by ovulation? It's her. It's her, girl. I feel you, sis. The demon comes out of me. So I'm ovulating and I show up to this date, right? And it's an older African-American gentleman when I get there. Now, I love black people, so I was not deterred by this. I said, okay, baby. But the thing that you learn through prostitution is that you can feel crack cocaine when you walk in the room. It has like a vibe to it, an energy. You know when you come in the room, there's a little crack up in there. And the thing is, who am I to judge? This pussy is expensive. So I don't know really whether he's doing it or he's selling it. That's his business. So we get to fucking. And, you know, we're having a nice time. He's stroking this pussy real good. And in a fit of passion, he splays his mouth back like this. And it's at that moment that I realized I was getting fucked real good by a toothless crackhead. But like I said, you can't pick the clients. I'm actually a bit of a black dick hunter. They're kind of exotic locally, hard to find. Plus, there's a tribe of white women that has fucked them all in a circle. You could tell who they are, because when you go to the hen house, they're popping it extra hard to the pop songs. It's like a mating dance. I actually keep a little bait on me for special occasions. I got some dominoes right here. Just in case I run into one later, I want to make sure they're entertained. Another client who I see locally who is African American. He's a younger gentleman, and he worked at the Popeyes when we first met. And he would have me pick him up from work, and one day he said, I'm off work, but would you mind picking me up where I live? And I said, no, of course I don't mind picking you up. And he happened to live at the Mission. And like I said, once I get that deposit, I'm on my way. So if you live at the homeless shelter, baby, I'm coming. It's a real question of your morals, though, because I'm like, I know that he could probably pay an apartment on a deposit for the money that he has given me for this pussy, but it's not my place to make good moral decisions for him. Plus, who am I how to judge what makes him happy? So anyways, we get back to my house, right? And we start to getting down. And he whispers in my ear gently, he says, call me Kabongo. I quickly said, oh no, I don't do race play. Nope, I don't do race play. Because I thought that this was the 2024 Mandingo. I thought he was asking me to call him something out there. So there's this thing, you know, about the algorithm, and when you bring your phone close to somebody else's, they know, they sense each other, and they suggest it. So a couple days later, it pops up on my thing, and it says, Kabongo Scott, Facebook recommended friend. And the thing about trying not to be racist sometimes is that you end up being a racist. That young man's name meant the smart one in Singali, and that was really his name. So now, whenever he comes to my house and we get to fucking real good, I yell out, hit that shit, Kabongo! And we're all having a good time. I have a 15-year-old son. Man, kids, they will test you. Has anybody been watching Quiet on Set? Does anybody? Me too. First of all, fuck our childhood, right? God damn, they were peddling porn right in front of us. So anyways, I've been watching the documentary Quiet on Set. I'm riding with my son the other day in the car, and he says to me, Mom, I'm attracted to pedophiles. And I didn't know what to do in that moment. But as I've been watching this documentary, I'm like, this could be a lucrative situation. Too far. No, I'm actually a really good mom. A lot of people have the connotation that because I'm a sex worker that my house might be wild, but I'm actually hyper vigilant. I say things like inappropriate tade, we don't watch sex scenes on TV, things like that. But you know, it's hard when you're a single mom because I don't know how to teach him how to be a man. I just don't. There is one thing that I do teach him, which is no matter what she says, order that bitch some fries.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna save his relationship with that one. But I digress. So, can't teach him how to be a man. When I was growing up in school, I had facial hair to the point where my whole high school called me the bearded lady. That is a real character builder. In prostitution, it's actually an upcharge. If you want me to show up with this beard, you're gonna have to slide me a little bit more money. Dirty pussy too, if you want this more than 2 days clean, it's extra. By deposit. They really love, we want the funk, gotta have that funk. We want the funk. If you're to the point where you're pairing for pussy, the pheromones are like, woo baby. Anyways, we're talking about my son. So he comes to me recently and he says, Mom, I started growing facial hair and I don't know what to do. And I looked at this guy and I said, Lord, you've been preparing me for this moment all of my life. Come on, Jordan, I've got you. A lot of people look at me and they say, I don't understand how you could be a sex worker because fat women might not be their own personal preference. I had one guy, he bought an appointment. I feel like that with my body size and my shape, I'm like the introductory fat bitch. I'm not too big, but I'm not really small. So I get a lot of guys who are like, I want to try a fat bitch, but I don't want to go all the way. One day I was fucking this dude and he's like stroking me and he's like, what have I been missing all my life? But I say this to say, in closing, that everybody needs to try it. Everybody needs to try it at least once in their life. Because fat pussy is like a warm hug for your dick. Thank y'all for joining us tonight at James Mason Park. We hope you come back and see us again.
Thank you, Kylie. Thank you. Oh, here's your glasses. Oh, you're Robert. Every Robert. Thank you.